finished a video. I've just been blocked. I don't know why. I've been blocked this week, so I had to spend the morning watching my planner friends' videos. And then I could get back into this and go ahead and edit what I filmed so far. There's so many good planners out there, and the ones that I resonate with the most, I have linked below. That would be Carol at Mom.Plans, Stephanie at Behind the Designs, Brianna at Liberty Schoolhouse. The other ones, actually, I wrote down some here. Here's some, and there's always more. Taylor at Tailored Plans, Lucy at Lucy's Crafts and Coffee, and Rachel at Ghosty Plans. I'm catching up with all those today. So that gives me inspiration, and I don't know, do you ever just feel stuck? Like I keep having distractions and doing other things that seem more important, like cleaning the litter boxes, putting in laundry, going for a walk, vacuuming. But now, hopefully I'm back on track. I had to tell myself to just do it, just start. So I started, and here's my video that took me a few days to do. Hope you like it. So I'm here to set up my detailed pages for August. And I am in jade. This is a size wide, Planner Perfect jade, a pebbled leather. And she is only available in the store now in size narrow. Is that right? Yeah, size narrow, which is the same as standard in other brands. Sometimes they call it standard, narrow, standard. It's the same size, but that's the size that Jade is available in. She's not available in this wide right now. And this is what I set up the other day. I love the way this picks up the greens. And so I need to set up my goal pages in my monthly. This is going to be for my daily pages for this month, for the month of August. And then I have my menu, which I'm not going to work in today. And then I want to set up the month of August in my 6-month agenda and the first and maybe the second week. So I'm going to take this one out. I think I'll start with this one, and then I'll move on to the goal pages and the detailed stuff in there. So this is my 6-month agenda, and I'm gonna decorate August, and I'm gonna use Handkin Plan. I ended up making a separate sticker book just for Handkin Plan because I'm starting to collect a lot of her stickers, and I just signed up for her sub box. Handkin Plan is doing a sub box, and I think I found it from her Facebook page, and I think you go to her Patreon, and then that gives you, the sticker membership. So every month you get stickers for the month. But these she had already sent to me, and these are for one for each month. And this is August, September, October. And I put this in here. This is not Handkin Plan. These are the only two that are not Handkin Plan. I put them here because I don't want to forget I have them when I do the fall layouts. Look at that. And this is Belisi Casa. I love her stickers too. I like that they come with washi tapes. And you can use Jimmy 30 to get 30% off of hers. But I think you might be able to get 30% off anyway. So, I don't know. Anyway, these are Handkin Plan. And I put these here because of the fall. I'm trying to do them by seasons. And then this is partial Handkin Plan that I already had. And it looked good with the fall. It goes with this. This is November, December, and this is an old December I had, or winter. More Christmas, New Year's, This is like winter, nature wintry. January, February. I have 2 for February. Aren't those pretty? March, April, May, and I've used June and July. And then these are just extras that I've had of hers. Some spring ones, the hydrangeas. I love these hydrangeas. Just a couple stray stickers, and these are going into the summer. And that's it. And then this was a freebie with some little sayings on it. So I'm really excited about Hand Can Plan. And when I'm getting her sub box each month, I'll put them in here. So yeah, she has got her own binder now. So I want to use these for August. And I picked out some washi tapes that I thought would match. This one is sunflowers. So that will go well. And then just some golden color. And this is green and yellow. So I thought that went well. And it has a little dark in it for the dark in there. Yeah, it's a perfect match. So these are the washi tapes that I am gonna match. And then for the numbers, I pulled out some of these that I had for the, numbers on the month. You can use that. That looks nice. Or these. I think I like the brown better. Or these. I like these. So I'll put these back. And I have this, a binder that says plan for stuff like this, for my numbers and things I need to plan. So when I go to try to match to that month, I can just get them from here and find something that matches. And these are usually all Cocoa Daisy leftovers. Yeah, I love that. So we use these numbers, and even some of these washi tapes would also match, like this one. See, that's pretty. Or this peach colored one picks up that color. Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna use. And I did pick out some days of the week in case I want to put them up here, but I might not do that. It might be too busy, so we'll see. I'll put these aside until I decide. So I will put you on fast mode and decorate this page. So I like the way the month turned out, and since I have more Hand Can Plan stickers, I think I might just do the first week with this as well. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that. So I'll put you back on fast mode. I'll do a flip through of that week later, but for now I'm going to start on my goal pages. I have a lot of Cocoa Daisy stuff that I'm going to use. These are the different papers that I can use. This one, when you have a subscription, you get a free monthly printout. So, and if you download it, it's yours forever. So I like to use this some, and this is from the Deluxe Journaling Kit. It's just vellum paper, and then this textured paper. So I have those papers to use, and I have a bunch of stickers. So I have these two are full page stickers, so I'll put one there. I don't know if I'll do that one or that one. And then I just have various stickers to mess with to decorate the beginning of my planner, and that includes my goal pages. So I will set all that up here, and I think I will put you on fast mode, and then I'll come back and talk about it afterward. So here we are. It is now Thursday, and I finally got around to downloading the video stuff, and now I'm going to do the ending, which I'll just take you through what I've done. I absolutely love this green with this. It just reminds me of fall, but I think I might move into Phoebe for the last vestiges of summer, because look at the color. See how the purple, it picks up all that purple. So not right now. I'm going to use Jade for another week or so, but I think before August ends I'm going to move into Phoebe, because I won't be able to use her probably again until 2026. You know, the holidays, fall, Thanksgiving, none of those are purple months. So I might use her, I will use her for the second half of August. Yeah, I just love her. Anyway, so this is my setup in Jade, and this is my daily. So as you could see from the video, I put the full page sticker here. I love the way this looks. I love the simplicity of it. Yeah, hello August. So I'm happy with that. And then I did things that are happening in August, just the date and the thing that's happening. My daughter will have been married 2 years on the 9th. Oh, that's coming. It's just like this weekend. I need to hurry up and do something. And yeah, so that's what's happening in August. And then I decided to do my basic daily priorities. Not so much a schedule, just priorities, because I'm trying to keep it simple. So I just wrote down the main things that I want to accomplish in the morning. I want to be sure to do my prayer and meditation every morning. Read, and I'm reading this Brene Brown book called The Gifts of Imperfection. That's what I'll read then. And then a walk every morning, and then office time, which is kind of like planner time, just time at my desk to do whatever needs to be done. Whether it be meal planning, video, making a video, or just playing in my planners. So I like to be sure to do all 4 of those things. And then in the afternoon, I like to take an hour for chores, to bless my home, whatever needs to be done. More time to create, whether it's art or in my planner. I have been doing more work, or I should say play, in my art journal. So that's been really good. It's such a release, because one of the pages I have in there says how creativity is the opposite of anxiety. Here's the page I was talking about. Creativity is the opposite of anxiety. So I did this page more light, and the colors look anxious. Yeah, and then I did this one a while back. This is one I did yesterday. The imagination needs time to browse. I love that. And we cannot build what we cannot imagine. This is just so much fun, and I did it all with scraps. Whenever I have extra paint, I just put it on like this parchment paper. I just slosh it on, and then I can use it for background papers. And these are charcoal drawings that I did in a project. Actually, the project is right there. I did these a year or 2 ago. The glare is on them. But I did that in this art class I took. So I had a lot of extra scraps. I have lots of these things that I did. So I used those for this. Yeah, it was just fun. I like doing it without any expectation, just pure play. And that's when I come up with the best pages. And then this is one I just did this week. Remember, the entrance door to the sanctuary is inside you. And again, these are scraps. I have a jelly printer. It's called Jelly Print, G-E-L-L-I. And so I did this, I made this paper with that, and then I had collected leaves one day, so I outlined them. This I made from a coffee filter and painted it. And then this is the outside of it. I cut it down because it was too big, and so I used the scraps for this. You know, this thing. Yeah, coffee filter. So, and these actually are also from Create with Steve. And it was like a little booklet, but I just took it apart and used it for art. Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. So if you're feeling anxious or wound up, creativity is the antidote. And it really is. It really works. When you create and express yourself, the anxiety levels go way down. So I love that. And then yoga, because that also calms my nerves. And dinner. In the evening, I have journal, read, and gratitude. So those are the things I'd like to, those are like my top priorities for each time of day. Yeah. And then I have my August goals. I like the way I used more of the burgundy colors, the darker colors in here. So for my health and personal, prioritize my sleep. I go upstairs at 8:30, or I try to, but I don't go to sleep then. I mean, I don't turn out my light till 10 or 10:30, but I really enjoy that time. I say goodnight to everybody, and I know I don't have to do anything else for anybody or have any more interactions for the rest of the night. So that helps my nervous system greatly. And I just do different things. I read, I journal, and just, calming activities. And I try to stay in bed till 8 a.m. I wake up all through the night, and my Aura ring, tells me how much sleep I get. If I'm in bed, say 10 hours, I'll get like 7 hours sleep, because I'm awake 2 to 3 hours in the night. Sometimes I wake up all night, 10 or 15 times. Sometimes it'll be as little as 4 or 5 times, but it usually equals around 2 hours that I'm awake. So I try to stay in bed later, because a lot of times I wake up so early, like 4:30, and I will have had like maybe 4 hours sleep. So I need to go back to sleep so I can be sure to try to get at least 7 hours, which is difficult, but this helps. And, I don't feel guilty about it. I try to stay in bed as long as I can. And sometimes I'll be like, wow, it must be like 10 or 11 o'clock. People are probably wondering what's wrong with me, but I can't stay in bed anymore. And I look at my clock and it's like 6:30. So anyway, working on that. Daily morning walk in the sunshine or the rain. This morning it was in the rain. So just getting outside every day to walk. And sometimes I'll listen to things on my headphones, and sometimes I just like to not listen to anything and just let my thoughts go where they may and just enjoy the outside. When I walk along, I try to engage all my senses. I look for 5 things that I see that are different than what I normally see. The clouds moving across the sky, a bird, whatever, 5 things. Then I do 5 things that I smell, and I walk past this grove of pine trees, and that really, that always smells good. Or past the lake, I smell maybe fishy smells. So 5 smells, and then I do 5 things I hear, and I try not to include traffic, but I might hear a hawk, dogs barking, just that. But anyway, I try to go through each sense except for taste. You can't really taste. I do 5 things I feel, like the sun on my skin, the way my toes feel against my socks, or whatever. And it really helps bring you back to the present moment. So I do that a lot when I walk. And then continue my low FODMAP eating plan, yoga daily, and exercise classes. Those are my health and personal goals. Family and relationships, I need to send a gifting card for my daughter's anniversary. Plan a dinner for Nay's birthday, that's my son-in-law. Water Jeannie's flowers, my neighbors in Dubai. Call Tammy, she's my best friend. And Mimi maintenance. Physical environment, August decluttering, and I have things I'm going to declutter for August. I have a whole schedule that I made for decluttering. This is my self-development journal. I have my Portuguese lessons in here. I have this book. Oh, it's not even in there. But this, I went right to the page. This is my decluttering plan each week. So now I'm on the 3rd week. So it's that. And then I just broke it down. And then prune the bushes in the front, clean up island by the road. It's just a island of trees, and it's getting kind of weedy. So I need to weed that and prune the bushes in there. Then fun and recreation. Create art once a week, at least. Read novels and memoirs. Right now I'm doing The Secret Life of Bees. I love that. By Susan Monk Kidd. Play in planners for fun. Not to make videos, but just for fun. See fun movies and bookstore dates. and do some nature photography or videos. That always brings me peace, and it's just fun. These things are fun for me. So, and I like the different topics because it really helps you think of every area of your life so it's balanced. Because we need to intentionally do things that are fun. And then spiritual, read Sacred Self-Care in the morning. It's a book I showed on my last video, I believe. And I keep it at the kitchen table and I read it as I'm eating breakfast. And then prayer and meditation in the big chair. Gifts of Imperfection daily. That's the Brene Brown book. And then church. Then work and learning. Take steps toward guardian ad litem. So I'm revisiting that again. I started the process about 1.5 years ago, but I really got busy with things with my elderly mother, and it was just taking so much of my time, and I just felt like it was too much for me then, so I pulled back before it actually started. So the lady contacted me again and asked if I was still interested. So I think I am. I'm kind of scared because I feel like, what if I don't sleep well and I don't have the energy to do it, and then I'm committed, and then I'm stressed out, and I have to go talk to people when I've had 3.5 or 4 hours sleep? How am I going to do that? Blah, 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 blah. But I'll never know if I don't try. And however it turns out, it's not the end of the world. So I think I'm going to keep moving toward that unless something big comes in the way or there's a big sign that says I should not. And that's when a guardian ad litem, if you don't know, is people assigned by the court who've been trained to represent children in court cases. Like, you know, it could be abuse situations or custody situations, but you represent the best interest of the child, you know, because the mother has a lawyer, the father has a lawyer. They're both represented, but nobody's representing the child. So this is what that is. So I'm looking forward to that because my big area of, you know, my area of passion that I always feel empathy toward is child abuse, you know, and children being mistreated because they can't stick up for themselves. So yeah, that'll be very meaningful. So I'll let you know how that goes. And then create video and reel weekly and keep learning Portuguese. So those are my August goals. Priorities, goals. Yeah, and so I started just my daily scripting. And I don't have this set up to where there's 2 pages for each day. See, this was 1 whole day, and then this day ended up being 3. And then this was yesterday. And I love these stickers. These are actually from Steve, and he's from, I think it's called Create with Steve I. And I won some kind of a drawing or something, and he sent me these. So these are from Sticky Club. Excuse my nails, they're recovering from abuse. So aren't they cute? And these are kind of textured. I love the picnic vibe. And then these, please come to my tea party. That's so cute. I love these. And look at that house with the flowers. Isn't that cute? And here's some stamps, and this looks like Renoir paintings. Degas, maybe. Yeah, I love Impressionist painting. When I lived in North Jersey, I used to go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, MoMA, in New York City. I'd just take the train in by myself and just browse through the museum all day and then eat at the little cafe there. It was just such a nice day. I loved it. But anyway, I love these. Love these paintings. And this looks like, what do you call that, anime? My son loves that. More picnicky type. I love aprons and homemaking type stickers. These are by, it says Katria Radin. But they're nice. I can't wait to use these. These are the ones I used here. And again, that's Sticky Club. But I love kitties. Steve, I think, knows that I love cats. So he probably put these in there on purpose. I love the colors, though. Isn't that cute? And then these. Yeah, so thank you, Steve. That was a while back. They got buried in my stash. I forgot about them. But yeah, I'm enjoying them now. And then this is today. This and this is Hand Can Plan. And then these are the ones I just showed you. These are my daily ones. And then my menu, which I've showed in my last videos. So I won't take you all through that. This is my 6-month agenda. It has a month, and then it has 5 weeks. And then another month, and this is the one I did on camera a while ago. This is Hand Can Plan. I love how this turned out. It makes me feel like I'm ready for the fall. You know, it's easing into the fall. And then this is the week. This is also Hand Can Plan. I can't wait to start getting her monthly stickers. Even though I have a sheet for each month like I showed you, I can't wait to start getting a surprise every month. And I think it's going to come in the mail today or tomorrow, but I'll show you as soon as it does. Also, check out my Instagram because I do show things on there, like my new stuff I get. That's at jimmy.journalsandplans. And yeah, if you want to see more. And that's that. And I keep saying this every video, I am going to decorate my months ahead of time with the Hand Can Plan stickers. I just haven't done it yet. And then this is my yearly, which I'm going to switch out for my next 6-month agenda. I'm going to get the 6-month agenda that's from January through June to put here so I can do the forward planning. Then I'll have the whole year of months in here. And I won't have this. It won't be double. So let's see. Here's August. And I'm okay with the way this turned out. I don't know, it's okay. This is Cocoa Daisy stuff. I just don't like my layouts that much in this. But I like this. What good are wings without the courage to fly? I've been reading about courage in that book, in that Brene Brown book. And it seems like I'm having to do things lately that take courage. So that's very timely for me now. Yeah, so that's it. That is my planner for August with my detailed pages. Yeah, and I love doing this, and I love doing the different topics because it really makes you think about your goals, things that are important to you, what you can do to be more balanced. So I love it. And then when I'm doing my dailies or even my weeklies, I look back in here to see if there's things I want to sprinkle in throughout the week. So that's a big help. Yeah, so that's it. That is my August. And I love this setup. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And leave me comments. And if you have any questions, I'll answer those. I have more discount codes below in the description if you want discounts on things, planner things, all planner things. And I will see you next time. Have a good weekend. Okay, bye-bye.